To emphasize what you're saying, people must be careful what they wish for. It's nice to wish for a good dictator, of which you never know what you're going to get. But the thing about dictatorship is if you veer off from what they stand for, you become part of the enemy. And to put it into context for South Africans, there are many people that don't like the late Mangosuthu Buthelezi. And he was not much different from what you'd call a dictator in the way that he moved, in the way that he put his people first and. But if you look at some of the pains that people had reliving his legacy, it's like that's what a dictatorship is. Mangosuthu could have been that during the struggle, and he could have taken over South Africa, and other people could have said, look, he's put his people first, but it could have been at the inconvenience and the oppression of non-Zulus. And then what does it look like and what does it sound like? So people must be very careful. Mm-hmm. At least some of these are hopefully going to be answered in one go. Your thoughts on the Afrikaners that decided to take up refugee status in America and Trump and Elon Musk going around spreading disinformation about South Africa?
Yeah, I think for me, the major concern, of course, I've highlighted that I am very proud of what Afriforum has done. I'm not really interested in the legitimacy or the correctness or incorrectness of what they've done. But I'm just proud that Afriforum, they took it upon themselves to start a conversation about farm murderers. For me, I think it shows that Afrikaner leadership, they love their people.
Even if it comes with lies?
No, that's one aspect of it.
Okay.
Remember, what they've done, it's premised, or the basis here is the fact that there have been farm murderers. So from that premise that one Afrikaner farmer has died, it's a cause of concern. 2 is too much, 3 is a lot. So from that premise, I'm saying that I am glad that they were able to stand up for their people. However, the question of lies, it's not new when it comes to the Afrikaner community. I mean, if you go back to history in 1834 or 1835, when they left the Cape Colony because Britain abolished slavery, they called it the Great Trek. When they left the Cape Colony. If you listen to Elon Musk, if you listen to Afriforum talking about the fact that they feed us, the only time that Afrikaners started feeding us is after the 1913 Land Act. Before that, if you look at history again, around 1904, around 1905, there were more Black people who were educated, who owned their businesses. That's how also the ANC was formed, by this very elite. They took it upon themselves when the British abolished slavery. They decided to go to school. When Afrikaners ran away from progress, they decided to go to school. They decided to go to missionary schools and to go overseas to go and study. That's how they came back. They opened their practices.